Show.
Hey yo, how you doing? So yeah, the fresh cut. Um, yeah, welcome back. Going to show some cool stuff, as I'm apt to do. So start off though, just general kind of news. Man, the beard's a little weird, isn't it? Meh, can't wash it off. Yeah, Rich, Big Nasty, doing better. He's feeling better. He's back home and resting. So good. That's all very good news. Thanks to everybody who stopped by his page and let him know you're thinking of him and stuff. So I, I'm sure that helps. I'm sure that helps people to hear that people are thinking of you and wishing the best for you. So yeah, thanks for anybody who stopped by and said hi and best wishes and get well soon and the thing. Yeah, I hope to talk to him here. Maybe I don't know if not tonight, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I guess the other news again that I kind of touched on yesterday. The finalists for the Comic Book Community Awards will be announced on Friday, and I will hear about some of our friends' channels, and I'm hoping a lot of people that I know got in and are in the finals, and so yeah, prepare. Like any of the friends' channels that have made it in, I'm going to be pushing. So yeah, if you thought it was bad when it was just like the regular nomination process, I'll be really pushing people to vote for friends' channels, and specifically go watch their channels and be sure that they're getting views and they deserve that. So that's a good thing. And yeah, I'll find out if I got nominated or made the final nomination for best new channel. Yeah, I would appreciate it if it happened. But again, probably a lot of great new channels. So anyway, and yeah, some plans after that. Like I have some other content that I'm going to be doing, whether or not that kind of final the finalists, whatever happens. There's going to be a follow up music video to the Dirty Rotten Comic Flipper video. If you've arrived late and you haven't seen the Dirty Rotten Comic Flipper video, go back. But this, I have two songs that I'm going to look at recording. One is called Nerd Stink. It's about nerd smells at comic conventions and how some of y'all need to take a shower and get rid of that sweat-stained Hulk shirt that you've been wearing since 1992. Maybe it's time. Maybe Jenny Frizen is not impressed by your sweat-stained vintage Flash t-shirt and your nerd stink. So that's what that song is going to be about. And we'll do a video about that as well. And if not that, the other one is Nerds Like Pretty Girls. That's the name of the other song. So we'll see. We'll see if I do both. But like both are in various kind of states, like where I have like certain parts of them worked out and other parts not worked out. But it's not going to be very professional, just as the other stuff is, like my intro and the Dirty Rotten Comic Flipper. It's going to be decidedly do-it-yourself punk rock kind of style, funny, and the thing and blah blah blah. And I think I'm going to do a little short, like a meme video on Sebastian, the kind of thing that I was joking around about yesterday. It'll be like the never-ending story of bad packaging. I think we'll do a short meme video on that. I did work out the kinks on that. It's something that would be new for me, editing wise. So yeah, we'll see about that. But and then yeah, Thursday night, I'm going to be on with Gary B, the uh, comic collector, and the comic guy. I'm sorry, I butcher it. But I'm doing the 1011, so I'm going to show some cool stuff, some Golden Age stuff, and some artwork. Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing for later in this video, we're going to see some really cool artwork, original art that I just got. And then Saturday, we're going to see how Rich is feeling. If Rich is up for the stream on Saturday, then we'll do it. If he's not, we're going to maybe postpone for a week, and we'll just we'll move it. We'll see. I'll talk to Rich first before we make that decision, but I will keep you posted. So at that, some new stuff that I got. Just a couple comics, and then this past weekend on Saturday, Alan Comic Collector Geek had Yaniv on Stray Flexin on Instagram, and did a claim sale. And it was, unfortunately, it was at the same time that Rich and I have our stream, so I had to watch it on the replay. So I watched it Sunday morning, and I was looking at some stuff, and there was a piece of original artwork that just yelled at me. I was like, "Oh my god!" And and some comics too that were cool, but the original artwork was really what was yelling. Like, you need this. So I wrote to Yaniv on Instagram, and I asked him about it, and my friend AG had already purchased it. I guess he purchased it after the stream. So I was a little bummed, but he's like, "Hey, I got some comparable stuff," and some really cool stuff. Same artist, and was able to bundle that with a couple of the comics I liked. There were a couple other ones, but to stay kind of in the range of what I was comfortable spending, I kind of had a cap, I think, as we all do, I hope. And to stay within that range, was able to bundle a couple comics along with the original art and get a really good deal. So anyway, that's kind of the background of what happened with that. But a couple comics landed today. So yesterday I showed the Daredevil Cold Day in Hell, but yeah, I got the Daniel Ward Johnson variant, which I thought was really cool. I just got this because I thought it was a really cool cover. But I did read this. I read this morning, actually, and it's only a 3-issue little mini-series, micro-series, or whatever the hell. And this, it's probably the best thing I've read in years. Now, I was saying the best thing Marvel's done in years, but this might be the best thing I've read in years. Like, I think this is as close to perfect as a small, short series as I've read in a long time. And I've read some stuff I really, really enjoyed. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, and Moon is Following Us, and some of these really cool things that I really recommend people check out. But this is above those. This is better than those. And if you haven't checked out Daredevil Cold Day in Hell, I really strongly advise checking it out. I think it's really well done. It's like it's a throwback to what comic books were kind of in the late 90s, where they're like heavy themes, kind of almost a standalone story, and kind of exploring kind of the depths of the character, and the complexities of the character, which is way better than a lot of the stuff we've gotten, where it's just hey, here's another version of this, and oh, here's another version of this, and there's a whole multiverse, and there are 8 different types of this specific character out there, and just deal with it, or we're going to change it. We're going to change this character, and we'll change this character again. Canon, that's nothing. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up, wimp. We'll change it all. Mary Jane's a superhero. Just stop it. Mary Jane's not with Peter Parker. She's a superhero now. like whatever they want to do for years and years and years, as silly and stupid as they wanted to make it. This is the opposite of that. This is not silly and stupid. This is really well considered, really well written, well drawn, and I like it a lot. I can't impress upon you enough that you should read it. So, bang, Chonko approved. So yeah. I so anyway, what I'm saying is I like it. Okay, I liked it. But yeah, I got another Suspiria. This was one that came out a little while ago, and I think it was only available in the UK, but I was able to get it on eBay. But this London Horror, again, painted cover, and you know me, I like Suspiria, so that was cool. It's cool to be able to get that. And then we get to the super cool stuff I got from the claim sale from Yaniv. Again, Stray Flexin on STRAYFLEXIN on Instagram. Yeah, got cool stuff. And I think if you're reasonable and you're making reasonable offers, he's very reasonable and easy to work with. And so yeah, I recommend it if you're especially if you're looking for, I mean, if you're operating in those kind of comics where you're in Golden Age stuff, and you know you're obviously looking for deals, because Golden Age comics can get really expensive. I recommend it. Anyway, so the first one I was able to bundle is kind of like the least expensive one that I got, and it's Vault of 423. It's a CBCS slab. It's like got a little bit of a wrinkled thing, and you know it's a 3.5 cream to off-white. This was not that expensive, but one of the things I thought about with this was a resubmit possibility. I'm not sure I'm going to do that, looking at it, but it was a couple $100, you know, by bundling it and everything, and yeah, it's really cool. It's a cool cover, and you know, it's a series, a cool EC series that I really like. But Girl in the Red Dress in Distress, the you scary monster, and on the back's prizes for everyone. Prizes for everyone. You could get a toolbox, Texan holster set, a Cowboy Junior guitar, a Roy Rogers wristwatch. Roy Rogers wristwatch. Are you kidding me? Say that 10 times fast. Anyway, Vault of 4. Cool stuff. Then I was able to bundle. So he had a couple Super Mystery comics, and Super Mystery is a line that I have been really wanting to buy, and they're hard to find, and it's like when they come up for auction, a lot of times they go for like higher than the fair market values usually. So it's hard for me to price them. But they're really cool. And he had two of them, and I was kind of going back and forth between the two, and I opted for the less expensive of the two just to kind of keep it down because I liked them both. But it's this cool Super Mystery Comics number 5. And yeah, this creepy dude appears in a lot of the Super Mystery comics, and yeah, this kind of, he's got this slashing sword, and it's hard to determine exactly what's going on, but because the guy in bondage, and he's pointing to the like kind of arcade machine where someone else is about to get stabbed. I don't know the whole story, but it is cool. I like this creepy dude a lot that appears in these Super Mysteries. I might talk to Yaniv about the other one. I'll see, you know, if I can maybe work out a deal with that one too, because I really do like these, and I'd like to get some more of these. And are you satisfied with your body? Let me prove I can make you a new man in only 15 minutes a day. Super Mystery from 1946, 46 for that one. But then we get to the big one, the big thing that I bought. So the piece of art that Yaniv was showing that day that I was like really stuck on that I wanted was from Johnny Craig. Johnny Craig, classic pre-code horror artist, one of the greats, like one of the like iconic pre-code horror artists. And he worked like really late, like he worked into like the 90s. And but he had this one of like there it's like these kids, you know, coming in this door, and the crypt keeper, like really this whole big splash page or cover. I don't know what it was. It's not a cover that I know of. I think it was a splash page, but it was really cool because, you know, obviously subject matter, it has the crypt keeper, so that makes it even more valuable. And when I found out that AG had already bought it, I was looking around. I was like, oh man. He showed me a couple things, and this one stood out to me, and it was less expensive. I think by bundling it, like, you know, I got it for a really good price, you know, bundling it with some other stuff, and, you know, kind of talking back and forth about what it should be. And the thing is, with original art, it's very difficult to determine. It's not like you don't usually have a lot of comparables. Like, you can look at another piece and see. So really, all I had to go off of was what I know he was charging. I don't know what AG ended up paying, but I know what he had on it, and I know this didn't have the crypt keeper, so it's like it was going to be less. I knew that, and but when you get to original art, it's like it's really what you're willing to pay, and can you arrive at what you think is fair. And I think we did. I think we arrived at what's fair, and it, without filibustering too much more, it is this. Let me move the. This is a non-used cover. It you know, he's written it here, and it's the lady has opened the freezer and found a body stuffed in there, and the dude behind her is about to like push her in, and he's got a knife to stab her, a bloody knife. He's already stabbed the guy, already put him into the freezer, and now she is next. So yeah, classic, very EC type pre-code horror type of a cover. Something like this, like if this had been used, like if this were an actual cover that was used on a comic, I could never afford it. Like those things, when you see what those go for, like the especially the pre-code stuff that are used, they're, I mean, you know, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. I can't, you know, I can't do that. But since this wasn't, I was able to get it really reasonably, and, you know, bundling it with some other stuff, basically bundling it with the other comics, I got for a little bit less than what the other Johnny Craig piece would have cost. So I spent less money in the end, is basically what happened, which is welcome. So yeah, throw more time here, but just badass and wild, and the great Johnny Craig, and yeah, super happy to have that. I have like at least 4 or 5 things that need to get framed that I've been dragging my feet on. Gotta take it to the frame store. I want to, like, there may be 1 or 2 things that I have, like some stock frames that you could just buy on Amazon that I can put in, but like this and another piece that I want to have custom frames, like really really nice frames, and the artwork in here on the sides is going to move around. Some's going to move out of this room into another room, and yeah, this stuff like this is gonna remain in here. Obviously, it's more valuable than, you know, some of the, like the Zerdy prints and stuff are going to move. So those are not nearly as valuable as something like this. Anyway, yeah, that's what I have for today. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Yesterday I gained a couple subscribers, and then somebody already bailed. So, but yeah, again, at 555, there's the big giveaway, guys. 555. So you got to be subscribed to win. So, yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Good old Chonko's making videos almost every day. He is prolific at this. And yeah, I had to do the horn at least one time. That's it for now. I hope you're doing well. Hope the people in your life are doing well. You're making it through. Tomorrow's going to be peak of the week already. You're already making it through the week. You're doing it. Proud of you. Chonko's on your side. That's it for now. Bye, bye, bye.